In this report, I share our estimated cost to retire early on $888 per month in Dumaguete in the Philippines, including only basic costs such as rent, groceries, utilities, restaurants, cell phone, laundry, water, Wi-Fi, and transportation. But I will also share an example of higher costs of living that less frugal expats spend when on higher monthly budgets. But we are all different, so you'll have to put your feet on the ground here before you will know your estimated cost of living. But first, I'll show you around Dumaguete so you'll know whether or not you are even interested in retiring early for cheap here.
So we're at the southern tip of Cebu Island, and we're just going to cross about a 30-minute ferry over to Sibulan, which is kind of a suburb of Dumaguete. And as you can see, as I've talked about in other videos, you can bring a car on these ferries or a motorcycle, and so you can tour around the Philippines. There's bridges between some islands that are close to each other, but most of the islands, you just jump on one of these ferries, and they're quite cheap. We're back to where we were during the pandemic, and the price went up like 20 bucks. It's $3.80 now. It has this cool porch out front. Really big kitchen. And hey, there's 𝗙𝐈𝐿. Comes with a fridge and microwave, toaster, blender.
Everything.
Yeah, it has a huge bathroom with a hot water and pedestal sink. Hey, there's Dan. And it has this bar here on both sides. There's chairs, little side gate here. Those of you that were with us during the pandemic will recognize this place. We set up our computers over here. We actually were just in 𝗂𝐎𝐿 for 12 days, and now we're back in Dumaguete for about a month. It has high ceilings, so all the hot air goes up, and there's windows everywhere. And so this is the master here. Actually, the bathrooms, sorry, the bedrooms are pretty much the same. Big TV. Anyway, we love this place. It's fun to come back, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys, we're going to 𝗂𝐿 Island today to swim with turtles. So come with us. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, we're going right now. Come on.
There are Google Map links to everything we talk about in this video. So this is our boat.
So if you head south from Dumaguete, it's about 40 minutes, you'll see a big sign over the street, and it says 𝗂𝐿 APO Island.
Wow. It's
like a little village here.
wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful, nicely.
Very simple life.
Yeah. Today is a very good day, and both of us going for waterfall.
There's like 300 steps before you get to the river, and then you move along the riverbed towards the waterfall. So if you ever get bored in life and you live in Dumaguete, it's only a 20-minute drive to this place and probably a 20-minute walk, and it's hard to imagine a more beautiful place.
We arrived in this cuckoo nest and I just wake up from my nap. And now I want to show you our room. This is our room and it's facing the oceans, which is nice. Very nice. Then it's readings. Everything is just nice here. And I just love everything here. And by the way, my favorite unit is called this drip unit. This bathroom here is very cute and beautiful bathroom here. After you came out from the room, there is your stair to go to the ocean. Is that cool?
Hey everybody!
Good morning from the cuckoo nest.
Yeah, the cuckoo's nest. And we're staying in this little cabin right there. Isn't that cute? Right on the beach. About 45 minutes south of Dumaguete. And it's really fun. I love this place. The food, everything. We're headed to breakfast next. So
Yeah.
that's the kitchen over there.
This is our breakfast here. It's 180 peso. It's a toast with 2 eggs. It's yummy, right?
See.
And okay, my one also is the same, but I have sausage, a homemade sausage, which is delicious.
So penne pasta. Those actually look like pine tree nuts, which, as you probably know, is part of the penne story, or part of the pesto story. This is pumpkin.
Curry pumpkin.
Curry, yeah. That looks good.
Good morning. We are going to 𝗏𝗏 for a night. It's nice to take a day off to exploring the place. And I want to come to this place for a long time. I see on the underwater world video. It's amazing.
That one's very rural feeling, which is nice. And we're just really just maybe 100, 200 yards from the beach over here on my left. And we're having breakfast in this place now. And this is, a friend of us told us about it. It's a vegan restaurant here.
So this is the 𝗏𝗏 Marine Sanctuary. It's about 30 minutes south of Dumaguete. We couldn't come here on our last visit because of the lockdown. So we came down to spend the weekend here. This is not a white sand beach, but this sanctuary is one of the best in the world, and you don't need to take a tour. The sanctuary begins about 10 meters off the beach. For directions of how to get here, where to stay for 20 bucks a night, and where to eat, just look for 𝗏𝗏 Marine Sanctuary in the full report on the first link below this video.
I want to show you our place here. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Very nice area of
Going
this.
snorkeling.
There are our snorkeling gear that I bought. And wow, this is our place. It's a very small room, but it's very comfort. They have a mosquito net here. And oh, we just buy for the fan room, so it's nice. We are going to Red Rock Hot Spring.
Red Rock Hot Springs.
Yeah, it's nice. We was here before, and
Yeah.
it's coming here to see the place still remain the same.
It's exactly the same. It's hot springs, a little bit of sulfur in the water, so it's pretty soothing, huh?
Yeah, and per person is 100 peso.
It's like $1.80 per person. So we're in the Valencia Sunday market. It has clothes, it has food, and it was a little tiny thing when we first got here back in, I guess it was February maybe of 2020, right before the pandemic started. And we were locked down here for about maybe 5 months, 6 months, whatever. And we come back now, pandemic's over, and it's just crazy big. They have food here. We're looking for breakfast now. It's nice. In the U.S. where I'm from, the Spanish omelet is like it's a regular omelet with, you know, tomato sauce with like bell peppers and onion and garlic and chili peppers and spicy. And this is something completely different. So I asked the lady that sells this, and she's like, "Nope, this is the Spanish omelet," which makes sense. I see that all the time in the U.S. where people bring their food.
She is from Spain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cow soy?
Yeah, 150 is cooked. Oh, you see, cooked by this.
𝗂𝐎𝐒 Northern Thai.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have a restaurant. She just is here on Sundays, right?
She cook in the house. You can order, and then they delivery or they send by Grab or something.
Oh, cool.
Now, I will share my itemized estimated costs to retire in Dumaguete in the Philippines. However, the full report is available at the first link in the notes below this YouTube video, including our favorite restaurants, markets, things to do like tours and nightlife maps, where we stayed, visa information, walkability, weather, hospitals, social considerations, expat communities, real estate, and visas, plus our overall retirement desirability score. Okay, here's our estimated cost of living converted into US dollars if the two of us moved to Dumaguete on a tight budget. But we are all different, so you'll have to put your feet on the ground in Dumaguete to determine your cost of living based on how you would live, shop, eat, and entertain yourself. Okay, rents. You'll see furnished apartments on Airbnb starting from about $475 to $700 US per month, including utilities and Wi-Fi for properties offering monthly rates. The accommodation in the above photo is in the Valencia area of Dumaguete, which is at a higher elevation, so it is cooler. But if you move to this area, you should be able to beat that price with a long-term lease, since the landlord would have no vacancy. I estimate around $300 to $400 per month for a more local style apartment, but you would have to pay your own utilities. In fact, we video interviewed an American named Joe that rented his apartment unfurnished for $140 US per month plus utilities. For full details of Joe's cost of living, watch this video, Living Cheap in Dumaguete in 2023. So for this estimate, I'll use $300 for cheap rent in Dumaguete for a long-term rental, which does not include utilities, but does include a furnished one-bedroom apartment rather than just a studio. Make sure to read How I Find Perfect Apartments Around the World to learn how we do this. Okay, utilities. Based upon our recent stay, we need to run our air conditioner to sleep for much of the year, our electricity will run around 60 per month, and gas and water would be another 20 per month. So about 80 US per month for our estimated utilities. Groceries, based on our time here and the money we spent on groceries, we estimate around $250 per month on groceries for the two of us. We would shop mostly in the public markets where the fruits, vegetables, rice, and meats are cheaper. Restaurants, if we went out to eat twice per week, once for date night and once for a lunch somewhere, plus some street food, we would spend about $35 per week or $140 per month in restaurants for the two of us. We would eat in mom and pop style restaurants when possible, but also in the expensive tourist restaurants once a week or so. Cell phone data, the cost to recharge our prepaid service is about $10 per month. My Android phone will act as a hotspot, so we can both be on the internet at the same time when we are out of the house together. Laundry, we paid $2 per week for drop-off laundry and pick up, wash, dry, and fold, so about $8 per month for laundry. It might be higher later. This was on sale. Okay, water. Reversed osmosis water in 20-liter bottle jugs delivered would be about 50 pesos per month per jug, or $20 per month for water, drinking water. Okay, internet. Our internet would be about $50 per month. Transportation. When we are in town for a month or two, we just rent a scooter for about $114 per month. But if we sign a 12-month lease, we would buy a used scooter and a couple of helmets for around $1,000. We estimate around $30 per month on transportation for fuel and a few tricycle taxi rides per month getting groceries home. That doesn't include unpredictable repairs if we owned a scooter. Okay, alcohol. San Miguel Pilsen regular beers are about 55 pesos or $1 each in stores, but you'll see San Miguel Pilsen beers in restaurants for about 60 to 70 pesos. We would drink mainly at home, so we estimate about 100 per month in alcohol for the two of us. Entertainment, which is optional of course, we would budget about 120 per month for entertainment for the two of us once we moved here. Okay, retire early, $888 US per month in Dumaguete in the Philippines. Below is our table of expenses if Chung and I were to settle here long-term on a cheap budget. The other column is estimated expenses for more typical expats that we meet around. Rent, $300 for ours. You'll see here to the right is what more typical rents are for expats at $500. We'd spend around $250 in groceries. Most expats spend more, $350. We spend on utilities, $80, restaurants, $140, cell data, $10, laundry, $8, reverse osmosis water, $20, internet, $50, and transportation of about $30. So for our basic costs for just those items, not including everything, we would spend $888 per month USD. And a more typical expat would pay around $1344 per month, but really a range of say $1,300 to $1,800. Alcohol for us would be another $110. Most expats drink a little more than we do, so $200 for them. So our optional total with alcohol would be $998, and our optional entertainment of $120 would put us at $1,118 per month, whereas a more typical expat would be around $1,800, including their optional alcohol and entertainment. The above hours column is our estimated cost of living if the two of us moved here on a tight budget. The others column is just more typical numbers. Other expats often say when they are talking about their costs with us. To fully understand what it would cost you to live here, you have to do an exploratory visit and put your feet on the ground. What anyone else pays doesn't really matter. To get a better understanding of what you should add to our estimated cost of living, watch this video, link provided, 9 reasons you can't retire on $1,000 a month overseas. You should also add anything to the table that you spend money on in your home country that's not in the table. Presumably you find those things necessary in life. To do that, visit Numbeo for Dumaguete webpage and add anything not mentioned in the table. You should also add health insurance if you would be unable to self-insure like we do. Never move anywhere until you have first visited personally to verify the living costs for your lifestyle and needs. I'm not guaranteeing these prices. These are just my notes and estimates from the time of our visit and this post. Your costs will be drastically different depending on your lifestyle and the time since this post. More typical expats living costs that we hear in the Philippines range from around $1,400 to $2,400 per month. But people spending that much also have higher incomes or pensions. They often report spending more on entertainment, eating out, and alcohol. Many also have more expensive cars, houses, or apartments. But many of you will be unable to retire on so little. I give example reasons why in this report. Understand why overseas living costs vary widely. You'll never know your costs until you do an exploratory visit. Thanks for reviewing my report. Retire early on $888 US per month in Dumaguete in the Philippines. This is Dan of Vagabond Awake, the YouTube channel for vagabondbuddha.com. The world is your home. What time will you be home for dinner? As I travel around the world, I write these retire cheap in paradise reports. They include links to where we stayed, restaurants, cheap public markets, expensive grocery stores, transportation information, internet speeds, visa information, weather, and other information. All of this information saves time when you are doing your exploratory visits to identify your own personal paradise destination. We spend hours collecting and preparing this information so you don't have to. Click the first link in the notes below this video to get an idea of what I'm talking about. Hey, if you liked our video, please like, comment, or subscribe. Any of that would help our business. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.